Hello, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, April 29th, and here is what you'll be doing for me today. So here's what your packet looks like. You guys have your morning message, reader's workshop, writing, centers, and guided reading. And because today is Wednesday, I'll be meeting with my yellow group friends on Zoom, and blue group friends, you'll be doing one of your leveled reading passages. All right, so here is the letter that is in our morning message this morning. So as always, make sure you put the date at the top, which is April 29th, 2020, and the letter reads, Dear perfect pupils, my papa has a compost bin. He put part of an apple and potato in the bin. What do you think the worms will do with them? Yours truly, Mrs. Brenton. All right, so a lot of you read about composting when we were reading some of those Earth Day books last week. But for those of you who don't know, composting is when we take food scraps and yard materials, put them in a bin with some worms, and turn them into food for plants. So my question here is, what are some things that you can find in a compost bin? And I'll give you a hint, some of those things are in the letter and in the pictures. So use the lines provided to give me some examples of things that you would find in a compost bin. Then we're going to do some more work with plurals. So remember that when a word ends, I should say, in an X, for example, like box, we would use ES. And when it does not, we would use just an S. So what you're going to do is on one side, you're going to write the word to match the picture of when there is just one item or singular. So box, B-O-X. But when we have two boxes, then we have to change the word to B-O-X-E-S, boxes. So I just helped you with the first one. See if you can do the other three on your own. And if you need a little help, remember that on Monday, you had a printout that kind of walked you through the spelling for plurals, and you can use that as a resource to help you finish this one. All right, so Reader's Workshop today, you're going to be listening to Skippy John Jones' Lost in Space, and you can click on this YouTube link to listen to that story read aloud. And as you're listening to the story, I want you to be thinking about how the adventures in this story are different from the ones in Skippy John Jones and the Big Bones. Which adventure would you rather go on? Would you rather go back in time with the dinosaurs or to space? Write a story about this if you would like to, and be creative and have fun with it. And again, this is an option. This is not a required activity. I'd like you to listen to the story. It always helps us to be good readers when we're listening to other good readers read. And of course, who doesn't love a good story? But if you want a little bit of an extra challenge, you can write a story in your journal about which adventure you would rather go on and why. For writing today, you are going to be finishing up the final copy of your first book. And I walked you through that a little bit in my video. So once you are completely done, have your grown-up record a video of you reading the book and upload it to Class Dojo. And I'd like you to read it to me in the video, sort of like a teacher would read to their class. So make sure you read it and then turn it over so that I can see your beautiful illustrations and your writing. Now, if you are ready to start thinking about your second book, I'm going to be posting another video on YouTube to kind of walk you through how to brainstorm for your second book, which we're going to be starting next week. So that is what you're doing today. Finish that first book, record your video of you reading it, and as an option, you can start brainstorming for next week. For guided reading today, I'm going to be meeting with yellow group on Zoom. So purple group, I'll be meeting with you at 10, green group at 10:20, red group at 10:40, blue group at 11, and yellow group at 11:20. For those of you in my blue group homeroom, just choose one leveled reading passage from your packet, read the story, and answer the questions. So here again are your center options this week. You should have picked one for Monday, so you're going to choose another one today. You can do your word sort, practice your sight words, go on storyline.net and listen to a story. You can sort words by vowel sounds or pick a favorite book and look for double vowel patterns. And as a bonus, of course, you can do one each day of the week for extra practice. And just a reminder that our makerspace challenge this week is to make something with an old toilet paper roll. So again, we have our little puppy dog here. You can also make a little race car, you can make some animals, or you could make Olaf. So get creative, have fun with it, use recycled materials, and make yourself a little cool something. And also for social studies this week, some of you have already done this and some of you are waiting until Friday to do that, but you're going to be doing the goods and services sort. So you're going to watch this YouTube video to learn about the difference between goods and services, and then you're going to show what you know by completing that sort. All right, so before we part ways, I have a few announcements to make. And if your grown-ups are around, you might want to pause the video and go get them so that they can listen to some of these announcements with you as well. First, schools will not be reopening and remote learning will continue until the last day of school, which is Friday, June 5th. So with that in mind, your teachers are working hard right now to put packets together that are going to be mailed out this week. And that will include all of the material that you're going to need through the end of the school year. May 4th and 5th next week are catch-up days. So that's Monday and Tuesday. You'll have no new work and no packets for those days. And there's two reasons for that. The first one is it gives the schools and the post office enough time to print and deliver all of the packets for all of the children in the district and get them in your hands. And two, it gives you some time to catch up on work and post work that you haven't had time to post yet. After May 20th, all teachers will not be delivering new material. That means that your packets are going to look a little different for those last 2 weeks of school because we're not going to be teaching you anything new. Instead, you're going to be doing a fun memory book and some review work. And don't worry, Memorial Day is still a day off school. All right, so those are all the announcements I have for you. Don't forget to post your work on Class Dojo and have a great day, guys. If you need anything, just let me know.